like if he lost this election, he'll be in prison. That's just how I feel. I feel like if he lost this election, he'll be in prison. Right, so he had to win. His back was against the wall. His back in a rock in a hard place. Like he had to win. What do y'all think? This administration would is it going to be similar to the first administration, or is it going to be a completely different? Are we going to be dealing with the same person, or are we going to be dealing with a completely different person? Right? I'm going to give y'all my opinion, and I'd like to hear y'all opinion. Leave it in the comment section. And remember, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. So let's go. So when it comes to this administration, well, Donald Trump specifically, as for me, I don't think he's going to be different, right? Because I'm real big on personalities, and our personality doesn't really change, right? And that's like for psychology. I'm probably not the best person to give y'all the breakdown on how personalities doesn't really change, right? Especially the older you are, right? So a younger person can be 15, 14-year-old, may not know what type of personality that they have, or they don't know their self, right? Knowing yourself helps you discover what kind of personality you have, and it helps you maneuver in the world kind of differently, right? But when it comes to Donald Trump, I don't think his personality is going to change, right? And he's big on personality, because I think that was one of the reasons why he won the election, because of his personality. People are drawn to his personality. So if it has been working for him this long, right, I don't see it changing. I don't see him want to change it, right? But the other question is, what is he going to do to better the economy? So let's deal with that first question. I think I answered the first question, which I don't think his personality is going to change. I think he's going to be the same person, right? And this term, that might be a bad thing, right? Because how fragile the country already is, right? With this term, that might be a bad thing for him to have that same type of personality, right? Because I feel like he's going to spend more of his time trying to get back. He had a lot of his politicians, friends that turned on him, right? He had a lot of people. So I feel like he has a hit list. And with the type of personality he has to check that hit list off. One name at a time. I don't think any president or ex-president or current been through what Trump been through. Right. And a question is, right, why was it him? Why did he go through that? I don't think we had a president in history that has been real close to going to prison. Like as close as Trump has been to going to prison. I feel like if he lost this election, he'll be in prison. That's just how I feel. I feel like if he lost this election, he'll be in prison. Right, so he had to win. His back was against the wall. His back in a rock in a hard place. Like he had to win. So, and I'm still fairly young. Like I'm not an old man, so I don't recall history where a president, regardless of what they did, laundering money, embezzling money, murder, whatever, that went through the same thing Trump went through. There comes a time where that happens in everybody's life. Everybody's life. Where you got the angel on this shoulder, and you have the devil on this shoulder. right? So we can go back in history, or we can go back in somebody's timeline and say, oh, when you was 18, you did this. But now you're 37 and we're gonna judge you on what you did when you was 18. Where I'm going with that is like nobody is perfect. No president is perfect, no vice president is perfect, no senator is perfect. None of them are perfect. They are human beings. So the same people that's criticizing them, chastising them, right, for what they think he did or what they have evidence of him doing, those same people are not perfect. Because we can go back in their timeline and say, hey, when you was 25, you did this. Or when you was 22, you did this. Right? These people are not unicorns. These people are humans. Humans make mistakes. The same people that's chastising them, that wants to get him gone from politics, those same people have skeletons in their closet. So why y'all picking on him? Those are the type of questions that I would like to be answered. Right? Before you make a rash decision like, I hate him. Why? Or he's not the best president, is not the best person to run our country. Or he's not a typical politician. Because what a politician is a great liar. Right? A great manipulator. That's all a politician is. You understand what I'm saying? The more you can lie and it can be believable, the more of an actor that you are, the more chances you have succeeding in politics. It's a dirty game. It's a real dirty game. Like, a lot of people don't get to power being clean. The pen is mightier than a sword. Correct? So with that being said, these people are signing laws into they signing laws in. They're making the laws. Right? So if I'm sitting here, okay, the masses has to do this. Let me sign it into the the masses has to do this. Let me sign that into the and that's what has to happen. And if you break the law, you get the consequences. If we're gonna give one person a benefit of the doubt, we gotta give all of them a benefit of the doubt, because they are all the same. Politics is not a clean game. Right? But with this administration, with him going back in office, I personally feel like he's going to have a hit list. That's what's going to make it worse than his previous time in office. And if you are in politics, there's just certain rules and games that you have to play. And the masses don't understand that. So that's why they can judge Trump and think Biden is squeaky clean. We could judge Trump and say Trump is this, he did that, he he did this, and think Biden hands, he's just Snow White clean, never did a wrong a day in his life. That's crazy. Like, we can't come to that bottom line, because the type of game they play, the profession they chose, they're not good people. You understand what I'm saying? Like, they're not sitting here good, neither one of them. Neither Trump or Biden. Neither Democrat or Republicans. These are not good people. They're not out here doing things like physically, right? But once you understand the saying, the pen is mightier than a sword, they signing things that they're putting orders in place, they put laws in place, policies in place that they know that is going to affect these certain people massively. It might affect them to the point that they'll lose their life, but they'll still do it. Somebody has to do it. So do you understand what type of person you have to be to play that type of game with human life? The government is big business, right? Once you understand the government and you understand business, you understand this system. Let's find something where, okay, he's whatever this is, he might not do it, but he's saying he might do it, right? And I feel like this right here can help me and help my family and help my community. Well, let's give it a shot, right? Because it goes back to what I was saying: professional liars, professional manipulators, right? So we're not going to stop what we have going on. We're still going to thrive, find loopholes to figure out what we need to figure out. If he does it, if he doesn't do it, we marching on. Let's see what he say. Whatever he say he's going to do, if he's going to do it. We can't think off emotion because neither one of them are good people, right? And I'll leave y'all at that, right? I'll leave y'all like that. If you have any questions, leave it in the comment section. If you have any opinion to what I've said, leave it in the comment section. Let's talk about it. Let's have a dialogue about it. And I'll see y'all in the next episode.